Okay, so let's try another one. Let's say that two roads diverge at an angle of 65 degrees. So we have an intersection, and at that intersection, they diverge at an angle of 65 degrees. So we'll call that 65 degrees. Two cars leave the intersection at 2 p.m. one traveling 50 miles per hour and the other 30 miles per hour. How far apart are the two cars at 2:30? Well, let's see. The one is traveling 50 miles per hour, starts at 2 p.m. and we're looking at 2:30, then he only went half an hour. So 50 miles per hour, if he only went half an hour, then a whole hour, he's going to have 25 miles. 30 miles per hour, if he didn't go for the whole hour, again, he only drove half an hour, then 15. Okay, so we know how far they went, and we're looking for how far apart are the two cars. So we're looking for that, the distance between the two cars. Okay, so could I use law of sines here? And I don't see how I could. I have an angle, but I have no opposite. Instead, I have an angle and adjacents. So I can only use law of cosines. So I'm going to call this A. And hopefully I can remember law of cosines. It's going to be basically beginning of the Pythagorean theorem. So 25 squared plus 15 squared minus these two multiplied together times 2. So kind of like if you're squaring a binomial. So 2 times 25 times 15, and then cosine of the angle that's in between the adjacents. That's going to equal your A squared. So you could then put stuff into a calculator. For the purposes of the test, you would just say A equals the square root of that. So square root, if you know some of them, 625. I think that's 225 minus whatever 50 times 15 is, cos of 65 degrees. If you know some of them, you can simplify it, but really for purposes of test, don't need to.